Good morning, everybody. Thank you for the follow. Mr. Sun is coming. It is. It's super beautiful. Yep. Salt therapy is the best therapy. Yep, this is Navarre. Good morning, Sammy. Does my audio sound okay? I always check at the beginning of my lives to make sure that everything sounds okay. Good morning, Heather. Perfect. Just want to make sure. I'm good, Morgan. How are you? You're in Las Vegas? Awesome. Thought those were black skimmers. They weren't. They were seagulls. I love the tide pools. that's cool. Do you guys have white sand? That's awesome. I will definitely look it up. I will for sure look it up to see. Good morning, how are you doing? I do too. The sound of this is beautiful. There's the moon. I'm like, look at the moon. All right, I think Mr. Sun is about to make its appearance. Because I think I see the tippy top. We'll see. Thank you for sending a summer sun. Good morning. You're welcome. Good morning, David. You're welcome. I'm still not feeling, the best, but I'm out here nonetheless. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. So if you know where Pensacola is, we're about 25 minutes east of that. Good morning, LTF. Thanks, David. You're from Newfoundland? Cool. You're dragging a feather, buddy. Yeah, I think the sunrise is going to be really pretty today. I agree, David. That's why I never really quite understand why people, they come here, then they like blast their hard rock music and stuff. I don't quite understand why people do it, but to each their own. Good morning. As soon as I see the top of the sun, I'll show you guys. We don't get that cold here, so I still come out here in the winter too. How am I? I'm doing good. How are you? This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Okay, now you're just repeating yourself. Yeah, well, if you have minus 35 wind chills, yeah, no thank you. I think the coldest we get around here is like the low would be maybe around 25. That's about as cold as it will get. Yeah, isn't it? It's super cool. Little tide pools. We have a lot of snowbirds that come from the north that hang out during the winter, then they go back during the summer. Yep, I agree. You're welcome, LTF. I think the morning the sunrises are the prettiest. Yeah, icebergs, yeah. That's what I was like, icebergs? Well, there you guys go. There's the sunrise. That is hilarious. People go there for the icebergs. I could see, though, I mean, if you've never seen them, I could see why you would want to, why you'd want to go. If there's icebergs involved, I would rather not, because that means it's cold, and I don't do very well with really cold temperatures. I like the 70s. That's my favorite range is like 70 to 80, somewhere around there. You're welcome. Have a great day. Yeah, North Ohio gets pretty cold. You live a block from the ocean? That's awesome. You are definitely blessed. This tide pool is so satisfying. Oh, I'm sure it'll be developed soon. They're doing things to Navarre Beach all the time. It's really, really sad because everyone goes to Pensacola and Destin and Panama City Beach to go do things, and then Navarre Beach is more of like a low-key, relaxed type town, and they want to put a new boardwalk and an event center right on the beach, and I'm like, what are you people doing? It's all about money. They're looking for people to bid, I guess, to build it. I know a lot of the locals have pushed back on it, but they're not listening, so. I went to Pensacola, what was it, a week and a half ago to do a live, and I hated it. I did not like it at all. It was just too commercialized. I'll go out to Pensacola to watch the Blue Angels fly, but that's about it. If I want to relax, I come out to Navarre, and it just, it makes me mad that people can't just leave stuff alone. Thank you for the follow. What are sand boats? Oh, there's boats that throw the sand back on the beach? I've never heard of that. Good morning, Jen. Here they have like tractors and stuff, and they pump like water into it or something, and I don't know, I've seen it done a couple times. Do they, LTF, do they actually have sand boats here that throw the sand back on the beach? I've only seen tractors. Interesting. I have not noticed any of the museums yet. Yet being the key word. It's still early in the day, so I saw a couple black flies. Look at that cool ledge that the water created. Super neat. Oh, that sandpiper's so mad. They're so cute when they're mad. Thanks for sending the rose. I appreciate it. Look at all the birds. We got what? Pigeons, sandpipers, and seagulls. that one. That one is so mad at the other one. Look at these two. That one is chasing the other one. Mr. Pip, you guys aren't being very nice. You should go to the beach anyway, regardless of what I'm showing you. It's so much better in person. I do this for the landlocked people that can't get out to the beach. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Me too. It's funny when you get to know the Sea Turtle Patrol. Like, that's Cinnamon, and I know her just because I'm always around at the sea turtle nest. I didn't know if that was her or not because there's like 5 or 6 of them that do the patrol looking for turtle nests. I'm doing okay. The jellyfish today, I'm not sure. I have not gone to the water yet this morning. This is as close as I've gone. You're in Italy? This is Navarre Beach, Florida, so obviously in the United States. And if you look at the most southern part of the United States, we're on the Gulf. I did see a purple flag though. It's yellow-purple. But the lifeguards don't change anything until around 10 o'clock, 10:30. You are driving down there now. Awesome. Make sure you bring, or you can buy a red light if you're going to come out here at nighttime. Don't use those bright, white flashlights because we do have nesting sea turtles. And if you use the white lights, it can scare the nesting sea turtles away and confuse the hatchlings. So you could buy like just a regular flashlight and then put a red balloon over it, and it does the same thing. Good morning, Kate. I love the bird activity. I wish I could see more pelicans. Good morning, Jen. I've seen you popping in and out. No, that's a sunrise. It is 6:34 a.m. Central Florida time. You're in the balcony of Spring Hill. Where is that at? Is that next to the pier? You have a pelican tattoo? Awesome. I'm too scared to get a tattoo. I don't like needles. What temperature? When I got out of my car, it was like 77 degrees. Good morning. It was a busy week, but it was good. How cute is Piper? Or no, I call them Pip, don't I? Maybe I should just call them Piper. No, I do not know what it would be. I guess you'd have to Google it. Good morning, Songbird. How is everybody doing today? Oh, fun. Back to school shopping. We thankfully got that done already. Monday's the big day. I would be on the east side, so closest to the Air Force Base property. This is all the time. This is where I do my lives. I do it as far away from the pier as possible, because TikTok has this rule of not showing bathing suits, and so I figure if I can get as far away from the pier, there'll be less people near me while I'm doing my live. I think you'd be on the west side because there's nothing behind me but dunes. In fact, I'll show you. See? Nothing. Nothing. In fact, if you walk straight back, there's nothing. You would end up at the Sound. So, you mean you're on the west side? You're down there. So you'd be on the west side. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Hopefully my feed didn't glitch. If I move my phone too much, it'll start glitching. Good morning, Cheryl. I made it out here. Wasn't sure if I was going to, because I was supposed to do a sunset yesterday and I just did not feel good. I still don't feel good. But I'm out here anyway. Well, no, I mean, you haven't seen me because my husband works out of the house now, so he has to actually go. He actually has to go into work. So I'm taking care of the kiddos because, you know, I'm a stay-at-home mom. So that's why I haven't been doing lives Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But he does get home early enough so I can do sunsets. But yesterday was just, there was no way. Starting September 1st, I'll be live Monday through Thursday in the mornings. And maybe Saturday morning for sunrises. We'll see. There are shells, but I haven't seen any because I was here before the sun was up. East Pensacola, right before the dog park, that beach has some really good shells. Yeah, there's a lot of bird activity. Like even over here, like look at all those birds. Yes, those tiny little legs. I've only seen one pelican. I have not seen Fred yet. I saw one black skimmer. Yeah, he's still sleeping, or he's over on the pier harassing the fishermen, begging for fish. That's usually where he's at. I love Fred, but I love the pelicans, and I'm really, really, really loving the black skimmers. I think they have such a cool look to them. And I love how they skim along the water. Really, I like all the birds, to be honest. I do eat seafood. I eat shrimp, and then sometimes I'll eat crab cake, but that's about it. Oh, and I'll eat mahi-mahi. That's as much of like fish and seafood that I'll eat. My husband eats everything, though. I eat crab cake. I don't know. I mean, there's technically crab in there, but I won't eat like straight crab, no. Sometimes I'll eat clam, like clam chowder. I'm very finicky about, you know, that type of stuff. But I eat most of everything. Just seafood has just not ever been one of the things that I like. But my parents loved seafood. My brothers loved seafood. Where are you at, Miles? There he is. There's Miles the seagull. So cute. Yeah, I'm about 25 minutes from Pensacola. I'm east of Pensacola. These little tide pools are going to be really pretty when the sun comes all the way up. Thanks for sending me a heart, me. I have not seen any turtle nests, no, unfortunately. I was hopeful when I walked out on the beach this morning. I was like, ooh, am I going to see sea turtle tracks today? But nope, no sea turtle tracks. Thanks for the follow. Don't worry, Sandpiper, I'm not going to do anything to you. Do you usually bath? What does that mean? Swim? Sometimes. Not often, though. The only time I get in the water really is if my kids are in the water, and that's just for safety. But no, normally I have my booty in the sand. Good morning, Greg. Yeah, people swim all the time. Yeah, it goes all the way down too. I was just thinking that too. My kids would love that. I don't like that I can't see the water hit the sand though. Let's see, I have a 4-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 15-year-old. A lot of kiddos, huh? Ooh, something just jumped out of the water right there. I don't know what that was. Maybe it was a tarpon or something. Yep, 5 kids. Yeah, feeding time, stay out, absolutely. People don't realize that this is when the sharks feed, when the birds feed, everybody's feeding right now, just like humans. Yeah, I grew up with 3 brothers. My household is very busy, as you could imagine, very chaotic a lot of the time. But I wouldn't change it. I just saw something again way out there. Well, if they came out with me, then I would not be on live. So it's either I go live and they stay home with their dad, or I bring them to the beach and I don't go live. Because I can't go live. A, I don't want my kids on any type of social media. And then B, it's a safety issue. If I'm paying attention to you guys, I'm not paying attention to my kids. So when I do go to the beach with the kids, I go and I don't film, I don't do anything besides hang out. I'm not one of those, listen, you will never see me as one of those TikTok creator people that bring my kids onto social media and show you them. I will never do it. The only people that get to see them are my friends on Facebook, and those are like my close family and close friends. That's it. I'm a very protective mom. Once they have your pictures of your children, they can do whatever they want with them. So I don't, for their privacy also, I don't do it. Ooh, a shark bite burrito. My husband says those are so good. What does the Ghost Rider have in it? The reason why I don't eat that stuff is because my stomach is extremely sensitive. So there's a lot of things recently, since like last July, so it's been about a year, that I cannot eat. So it's unfortunate because I would love to have one, but it's not worth being in pain afterwards. Oh, I love that, Greg. Thank you. Yeah, couldn't eat it. There's no way I could eat that. That would tear my stomach up. I don't watch many people on TikTok either. Tides and Step. I think it's Tides and Steps is her name on here. She is my favorite. I love her. She does lives over in the Atlantic Ocean in New Jersey. And if you check out her TikTok, she's got some amazing videos. Both of us started our TikToks around the same time. And I love her. No drama. And she's actually the reason why I started going live. Mike in Pensacola, I watch his videos. That's it. Everyone else I come and visit their pages and like give them likes and stuff. But I think Tides and Steps is the only one I watch live. Other than there's Brandy too. She does like a little cooking show. I watch her. But yeah, very few people. Yep, Tides and Steps. She's amazing. I have not seen Cowboy. Oh, and Fluff does Key West sunsets. I watch him too. Tides and Steps actually might be live right now. She usually does early lives like I do. But she's an hour ahead of me, so. We've even done we did a live together once. She showed the Atlantic and I showed the Gulf. That was a lot of fun too. The AI summary. A mom shares her family safety rules on the beach. I never did that. The older lady who owns the boardwalk shop. Are you talking about the pier? The one that's on the little shop that's on the pier? It is, yeah, it's 7 a.m. If I could eat a burrito from Shark Bite, I would. As I said, my stomach is super sensitive. I can't just eat. I mean, I've lost 35 pounds because I just can't eat a lot of the things anymore. I don't know. It's just everything bothers it. So I have to be very picky on what I eat. But yeah, I've heard they have really good food. The little tide pool is drying up. That's no fun. If they make their stuff with butter, I wouldn't be able to eat it anyway because I can't eat butter anymore either. Butter destroys my stomach. Can't drink. I used to get the Starbucks refresher with lemonade. Can't do that anymore. But my husband loves it and he likes to eat there. Yeah, so the eggs in the nest did not survive, unfortunately. They were halfway developed. Some of them, most of them were halfway developed, but they didn't make it. Such a bummer. I was so excited. I thought maybe they'll get, because it was past time for that nest to hatch, which is why they were doing a nest assessment. But yeah, I did a test to see if I was allergic to gluten. I'm not allergic to gluten. I went through a bunch of stomach tests to see what was going on. They say that I have gastroparesis, which basically is when your stomach doesn't digest like your stomach would. So I know that's part of my problem, but literally everything bugs my stomach. So I survive off of smoothies and very soft food and that type of stuff. No, I don't have reflux. It's called gastroparesis, which is when your stomach is practically paralyzed. It doesn't digest in a normal time period, and so it causes havoc. Well, I do have autoimmune diseases, so they think it might be something to do with that, but then they also think it was a medicine I was taking for my autoimmune disease. Go figure. Yep. Very frustrating. Because this girl likes to eat. I like to eat, and I can't do that anymore. So I just, I know it doesn't bother me. I call them my safe foods, and that's what I stick with. You want to go to sleep. You've been up all night. Yeah, Greg, it's stomach issues are no joke. I couldn't figure out why. So I went to Starbucks and I got a refresher, and I was like, why is my stomach burning? It was like I drank acid or something. It was weird. And so they checked. I had to do the little endoscopy thing, and they're like, you don't have any gastritis, you don't have any ulcers. And I'm like, well, what in the world? And then I did what was it? I think it's I don't remember what it's called, but anyway, I failed the test miserably. It's a gastric emptying test is what it's called. It's horrible being sick, that's for sure. to see Sebastian, you guys. I gotta show you Sebastian. Nope, there's no cure, unfortunately. Where is he? I see his eyeballs. I don't know if you guys can see him. Where are you? I cannot see you on my camera. There he is. Sebastian the ghost crab. So, okay, so basically the only kind of thing that can really help you is obviously medicine to speed up your your stomach. But then also they'll try antibiotics or some antibiotics that the side effect is it stimulates your digestive tract. So I take antibiotics for I think it's like 30 days. And then I have to stop them for like 5 or 6 days and then get on them. It's just, it's awful. But it does help a lot. So I'm able to eat more when I'm on my antibiotics than I am when I'm not on them. Yeah, I don't like seafood. I like shrimp and like crab cakes, but I don't even know if you could, you know, put that in the seafood category. But I haven't had any of that stuff. IBS is no fun, I've heard. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Yeah. Well, I mean, you do that with no gallbladder too, which I know can cause IBS. Your doctor told you to start fish oil? Fish oil comes in those big old horse pills. That's part of the reason why I don't take them. And then I tried, there was a gummy, but it has paprika in it. I can't even figure out why in the world it has paprika in it. But you know, I ate those and then I was in horrible pain afterwards. And I'm like, what in the world? And then I looked in the back and it said paprika was in it. And paprika is a no-go for me. So I haven't done any kind of fish oil either. I just don't, I'm afraid I'm gonna burp up fish oil, you know what I mean? And I don't like fish. Have you ever eaten mahi-mahi, Greg? That's one of the only fishes I'll eat because it doesn't taste fishy. I'll have to look up krill oil. So the only vegetables I'll eat, they have to be cooked. I can't eat anything like raw. Can't eat a lot of fiber because fiber actually slows down digestion. Yeah, so again, I eat very small amounts of foods. My most favorite thing is cottage cheese and crackers. I live off that stuff. And then I get my fruits from smoothies. I heard that, I probably shouldn't say it on TikTok because TikTok will probably flag me for mental health. Because you know how they are. I'll have to look into it. Mahi mahi is so good. It's a beautiful fish too. I have a video of someone catching a mahi mahi off of the pier, but it's like you have to scroll down a little while, but it's there. It was a gorgeous fish. Vegetables, slow digestion, is that your little secret? I don't get the question. Secret for what? Where in Pensacola Beach do they do the mahi tacos? We go to Flounders from time to time. That's our favorite restaurant, is Flounders. I've never even heard of that. Bounce? I'll have to look that place up. These little sandpipers are all around me. Oh yeah, my husband's mama has that, and she can't do anything with seeds or nuts or anything, like nothing. I was like, ugh. I always feel bad because every time they come here to visit, they're like, let's go out to eat. And I used to be all about going out to eat, but now it's like I can't find anything that I can eat that's safe. And so I feel like such a bummer. But like Texas Roadhouse was one of my favorite places, and I don't even eat there anymore. Because they cook, everything they cook is like full of either butter or seasoning or something. And I have to eat, like, my food has to be really bland. Hey, Tides. This is the person I'm talking about. I was literally just talking about you. This is the person that I adore, and I've been following her since forever. She's my favorite. And she does lives by the Atlantic Ocean in New Jersey. So if you want to follow someone, follow her. Yeah, we were just talking about you. Because we were talking about our favorite content creators. Yes, Kate, that's what I was talking about. Anything that makes your stomach makes it harder to digest, or fiber naturally slows down your digestion, you don't want to do, because your stomach is not digesting properly as it is. So you don't want to eat something that's really hard on the stomach, like raw vegetables, and you don't want to eat a lot of fiber because it slows down digestion. I'm glad you understand what I mean, Kate. Yeah, Greg was talking about who he likes to watch, and I was like, speaking of which, and then I put your name out there. I like genuine people, and Tides is a genuine person. A lot of people get caught up with the hustle and bustle of TikTok, and they like to be catty, and they like to, whoever can get the most followers, who can steal the content, and whatever. And Tides is not like that. She's pure ocean, pure beauty, and that's what I like about her. That is so sweet, Tyler. I'm glad that you are taking care of your wife. Hey, Mike. Well, it's true, Tides. I don't lie. It's one of my pet peeves. So I don't lie. If I recommend you, I recommend you because I like you. Bye, LTF. Have a great day. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Who knows? Good morning. You too, Mike. No, I only come during the weekends. For the month of August, it'll be Saturday, Sunday, and then starting September, it'll be Monday through Thursday. I moved to Navarre 4 years ago because my husband was military. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Yeah, I sometimes do like, can you get me to this such and such like likes or whatever, but not often. Um, the only thing I do is thank people for following me and stuff. If you don't want to follow me, that's fine. I mean, my content speaks for itself. If you don't like ocean and you don't like looking at the waves, then I'm not for you. Thank you, Tides. I'm on the ocean side. Well, this is the Gulf that you're looking at. Thanks, Hemi. You want to move to Navarre as soon as possible? I always, my advice is always, if you don't want to buy something on the, like, closer to the beach because it's too expensive, then there are really good inland areas like Pace, like Pea Ridge, like Milton, East Milton. You could buy a bigger house for lesser price, and you could have a bigger yard. That's always my advice. It's okay, Tides. Have a great day if I don't see you again. When my phone charges, I'll go up closer to the water. Hey, Shelly. You're in Hollywood, Florida? So you're on the Atlantic side? Milton's a really good place to live. It's going okay. I'm not feeling the best, but yesterday I didn't do my sunset because I really wasn't feeling well. I still don't feel really well, but I wanted to get out here, and I mean, I could not feel good and stay home, or I could come out to the beach and not feel good, so. I'm probably going to have to go to the doctor, to be honest, because it's not like, I don't like have like a flu bug or anything. It's just, I'm like super dizzy. Like super dizzy. And I don't know if I'm low on electrolytes, which I've drank, or what's going on, but like it's really annoying. Yeah, they did find the turtle eggs, and unfortunately none of them were viable. Oh, that way was awesome. I wish my phone was this direction. It like paused and then it hit. That was cool. This person came in my live. It was Wednesday. He's like, I don't understand. Why are you just staring at the water? I was like, okay, if I have to explain to you why we stare at the water, I can't help you. I don't know what to say to that. Like what's so cool about the waves? I'm like, if you don't get it, you don't get it. You're not my kind of person. Sorry, I don't know what to say. Good morning, how are you? Because it is the most relaxing thing you could ever do, is sit here and watch. Oh, the fish just jumped out. Let's see if there's something chasing them. It's better than staying home and watching TV, you know? Oh, they're not jumping anymore. That was weird. You just left Pensacola this morning. Safe travels. Right, you don't turn your chair to the ocean. I like the little things in life, and I love Mother Nature. I love anything to do with wildlife and stuff, so I get it. Some people just don't see the point, and I kind of feel bad for them because there's such beauty in doing this. Could you imagine? I could just sit down and we'll just stare at the dunes the whole time. Like, why are you staring at the wave when you could stare at the dunes? The dunes don't move. It's God's beauty. He created this for us, so why not enjoy it? All the dunes. I do videos of the dunes with the grass kind of flowing in the wind. I think it's really pretty. Did you know coming out to the beach can actually lower your blood pressure? It's true. Bye, Greg. Thanks for stopping in. Yay, our community just teared up. Awesome. You too. Thanks for stopping in. Once my phone gets about to 85%, I'll go over there and we'll look at the water. Hello, Miles. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Fred is probably out on the pier. We've seen a lot of bird activity though. We've seen sandpipers and pigeons, a couple pelicans, black skimmer. Yeah, I'm no use to him because, you know, I have to be able to give him food, and I can't give him food. Hey, Amy. You're supposed to be leaving in 30 minutes, but can't stop watching. You're getting your salt therapy in the morning. It's like some people's coffee. Listen, if you're late, blame it on me. Say, I'm sorry, I had to get my salt therapy this morning. You're drinking your coffee and watching. Awesome. Oh, Jonathan, it's fine. It's what they always do. Oh, Sebastian's digging a hole. I just saw the sand fly up right there in that hole. I don't know, you guys probably can't see. Right there. Alright, we're gonna go. I'm gonna unplug my phone from my charger. I want to go over to that little wade pool thing. Tide pool. Let's see what we can find in here. And then I'll take you back to the water. I like to see if anything gets like caught up in here. Ooh, I don't like the sand sinking. That scares me. Yeah, I don't see anything. It's weird how it slopes down like that. There's a lot of fishermen here today. You too, Shelly. Thanks for stopping in. Jonathan? Yeah, it feels like it's 79 degrees. It actually feels really pleasant out here right now. Oh, hi Nicole. 92 today with 104 heat index. Yikes. Hey, you just popped in. I love it. graduated from science, marine biology? This is Navarre Beach, Florida. That's cool. Driftwood. Okay, you're gonna have to look at the sand for a second. If I go deeper in the ocean, maybe on a boat, I'd go deeper in the ocean. What are what? Those things. What do you mean those things? On the sand? I don't know what you're referring to. Things on the sand. Are you talking about the crabs? This is Navarre Beach, Florida. No, I'm talking to Alyssa. She said things on the sand. I'm not sure what she's referring to. There's a lot of things on the sand. When I was walking back to the chair, like what was it? We saw driftwood. I'm not sure. Then there's like the grassy stuff. Oh, here? That's like, yeah. To me it looks like pine needles, like from a tree. Probably gonna have to put my bug spray on, because I just felt this fly. Hold on, I'm gonna get my bug spray just in case. You guys can look at the fluffy sand. You guys, if you're coming to the beach today, bring your bug spray. And I don't even know if it'll work because they bite anyway. Anytime we have north winds, we get these horrible biting flies. And they only bite my legs. That's the weird part about it. How far from West Palm Beach? I don't know. Where's West Palm Beach? Isn't that on the Atlantic side? Sorry, you guys are way too zoomed out. Yeah, they look like pine needles to me. No, they just bite. So they're not like mosquitoes. They're basically like horse flies, and they land on you and they bite you. So I mean, I should have known. I was hoping that I wouldn't have an issue, but when we get north winds, we always get biting flies, and today is no exception. Hey, Navarre Beach Deets. How you doing? Yeah, it just hurts. Now, whatever they were, velvet ants, flying ants, I don't know, those things that I told you guys last time that they sting like bees, those things hurt even afterwards. Like, it's awful. Well, thank you for coming in to say hi. I appreciate it. If you guys want to follow someone else really cool, follow Kiki. You got bit by a big ant. We had an anthill in our backyard. I didn't even realize it. And I was looking at one of my flowers that had bloomed, and boy, did I get tore up. I had like hundreds of them crawling up my leg. Oh, I'm doing okay. Just taking in the beautiful view. Thank you for the populars. I'll only be out here until 9:30, and then I'm gonna go home. Probably go take a nap. Oh, you're welcome. Look at all the fishing poles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're like serious about their fish. Then I got 2 more on this side. 1, 2. Hey, Spotter. Yeah, it is super hot in the afternoon. That's why I don't like doing sunsets, because it's so hot still. When it starts to cool off, like end of September, October, I won't mind it, but bye. Have a great day. Enjoy your breakfast. You were born and raised in Cali. The bugs were not like this. You guys don't have biting flies? You guys hear the sandpiper? Never mind, wait. Yeah, that was a sandpiper. Good morning, Indio. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. We don't have issues until the wind is north. If the wind is north, then we have issues. If the wind is any other direction, we don't have problems. Yes. Once they know that you're here, they bring all their friends. And it doesn't matter if you wrap your legs up in towels, they bite right through the towels. It is crazy. Yep, Wes. I learned that on TikTok Live in real time. Hey, Chuck. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Somebody's swimming out there, I guess, or they're snorkeling. Hey, Linda. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Yeah, it's like ant to sugar. As soon as they find you, they bring all their friends. Bug spray does help a little bit, but it doesn't completely make them go away. They'll like be buzzing and hovering right around. And they can find, if you didn't put it on all the way, like all over your legs and stuff, they'll find that spot that you missed. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. PCB is 2 hours east of me. I have never seen so many fishermen out here. I want to go see what this is. Hold on. Unless this bird takes it. Look, you can see my shadow. What is this? What are you eating? Is that a bird? What is that? my God. Whoa. Hold on, let me zoom out. What is that? What kind of fish? The shadow is like getting in my way. Interesting. Any fishermen on here that can tell me what that is? Huh. Tuna? Alright, Miles, go back and eat it. I was just curious. Looks like a tuna. I'll have to look it up. The kid found it. Kid's like, oh my gosh, yeah. Kind of weird looking. Gracie's going to cast right in front of me without a shirt on. Thank you for the follows. The reason why you can't see the water is because there's like a big old sand hump and then it goes straight down into the water. So this is Navarre Beach, Florida. So the only way to actually see the waves crashing ashore is to stand there the whole time. And to be completely honest with you, I am not feeling great, so I'm not going to be able to stand the whole time. Good morning, Kelly. Hey, Charm. Thanks for the heart puff. Ooh, I hope this guy doesn't sink in the sand with his ATV. Oh my gosh, there's all that fishing line. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Glad he didn't sink. I was walking on the other side of this tide pool and I was like sinking, so I'm glad he didn't drive over it. Oh, I appreciate that. I try to be a good person as much as possible. You were here for a week and you left yesterday? I'm so sorry. I hope you enjoyed your time. Six hours away, that's not too bad. Yeah, okay, so many people have said that to me. The problem is that if I put something on the screen, then if we see something super cool, I have to worry about it being behind my little sticker. Like, it's the same thing when I go out on the pier and like we're looking at sea turtles or dolphins or whatever, then the sea turtle can disappear behind the sticker and nobody's going to be able to see the animal. So you know. You're going to write a song about me? Make sure you add about salt life, salt therapy, turtles and pelicans. Make it a sea-themed song. Yeah, otherwise it wouldn't be a big deal. I'd put a sticker up, but I also upload these to my YouTube channel and I don't really want a sticker on my on my videos. Thank you, Kelly. So basically all they did was they counted to see which ones were developing, which ones were not developed. They counted them, which was like 117 eggs, and then they put them back in the sand and buried them, and we went home. That's basically how that ended. I ended it obviously to help them fill in the hole. I didn't want to just stand there and film them. I wanted to actually, be productive and help. It was a sad day. It was one of those situations where it was fascinating to see the eggs and stuff, but it was really sad because they weren't viable. A marine biologist? No, I'm not a marine biologist. You gotta have a degree for that. I don't have a degree. I'm just a sea turtle lover. That's it. This person is fishing right in front of me with the shirt off, and TikTok will restrict my live if I show him. So I'm trying to dodge him. You're welcome, Kelly. I do have a video on my TikTok of a mostly developed sea turtle. Of course, there's a trigger warning for it, but it's on there. It's on my TikTok if you want to see what a somewhat developed sea turtle looks like in the egg. People do surf here, yes. I've got some videos of people surfing also on my TikTok. I think it's about 2 videos ago. So if you go to my most recent one, I think it might be either the one, you'll see my face. It's the one that you'll see my face. That's the one that it shows. I don't know if you spelled that right. I don't know what you're trying to say. Nope, I'm right next to Pensacola Beach. This is Navarre Beach. I'm actually technically right next to Opal Beach, but it goes Navarre Beach, Opal Beach, Pensacola Beach. No, I was born and semi-raised in Illinois. I moved to Florida for the first time when I was 18. No, I was 19 when I moved to Florida. But I moved to Panama City, which is about 2 hours west of me, or east of me. That's where I started out. Thanks for the heart puff. Technically I can go to the east of me, but to the west of me, no, because there's people with shirts off and I'll get restricted. But this is what the east side of the beach looks like. You just got back from Navarre? Awesome. If you look west of me, you'll see the fishing pier. I could actually get part of the fishing pier. Hopefully that didn't glitch. It is super peaceful. You can start seeing the emerald in the water as the sun starts to get higher. Good morning. You're welcome. Thanks for the follows. I keep seeing sand coming out of that hole. There's a ghost crab digging a den. It's 8:15 a.m. Yay, you joined my fan club. Thank you. I'll get up in a little bit and go up there closer to the water like I usually do. Thanks for the donut. I'm letting my phone charge. My battery does not last long while I'm on live. You had a phone call? Was it important? All I have is spammers that call my phone. What'd that say? It said you sent a smoothie? Your wife, yeah, your wife's super important. Glad you answered that call. I wish I had a smoothie in real life. That sounds so good right now. Did she give you a honey to-do list? I gave my husband a honey to-do list before I left. You'd end up in the doghouse. Yep. Aw, that was sweet. What a good wife you have. Alright, I'm gonna go back up to the water. That's good. My husband's my best friend too. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Ooh, look at all the fish out there. I just saw a bunch of them. Never mind, you can't see them. It's 8:21 a.m. It is definitely gorgeous. That is for sure. Yeah, as the sun goes up, the water turns a beautiful emerald green. It's all about angles. Why do I need to message you, Charlie? This is Navarre Beach, Florida. You're from Switzerland? Awesome. Have I ever been to Europe? No, but I would love to go. You're going to be in Siesta Key in September? Awesome. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Those kayakers didn't stay out very long. No, I'm in the panhandle of Florida, so look for Pensacola, Florida, and that's where I'm right next to Pensacola. So, northwest Florida. This is the Gulf side. Ocean and Gulf side are the same things. All right. The sand is nice and fluffy. PCB is about 2 hours east of me. Yeah. Sand is nice and white. So if you've ever put your, I'm sure you've put your hand in flour before, or like powdered sugar. That's what the sand feels like. You're from New York. Cool. We've got about an hour left of salt therapy time, and then I'm going to end the live and go home. PCB has St. Andrews Park, and then they have Pier Park, which is cool. And then when I lived there, I used to always go to Mexico Beach. Thank you. I hope I feel better too, or I'm going to be making a doctor appointment like stat. The lifeguards are all here. There's the convoy of lifeguards. It's so funny, they just come flying in. Except they were missing their pickup truck. Usually a pickup truck comes with them. Oh, there's the pickup truck. You see you over by the first tower. I'm waving from my spot to you. They are ready to save the day, yep. Oh, the pickup, that's just part of the lifeguards. They come in, and they come in basically as a big, gigantic convoy. Good morning. They are, especially the one over in California. That 16-year-old. Your fan club has completed the second stage of the Heart Me Challenge. Cool. Yeah, the wind is definitely picking up. Oh, well, thank you for coming in, Mike. Morning from St. Pete Beach. Cool, welcome in. I don't know. I don't know if they make good money. I know it's probably good for like a high schooler. But they work really hard, and they're out here all day long, and they're definitely physically fit, that's for sure. The first thing they do is when they get out on the beach, they do training. So they'll go out into the water and they'll go on their boards and go back and forth, or they'll run the beach back and forth, or they'll go for a long swim. They are definitely fit. In fact, if I see them training, I'll show you. Actually, they're already out there. I'm trying to dodge this girl in a bathing suit. Hold on. I can't see them. Hold on. Oh, I got her in the bathing suit. Go on, TikTok, restrict me now. Let me see. Do you see them swimming? They're swimming right outside of the pier. It's okay, TikTok. It's okay. TikTok gets so upset if I show people in bathing suits. Anyway, I wanted to show you, they don't just come out here and sit in a chair. They work out before they actually get on duty. Hey Margot, how you doing? There are some that are older than teenagers, but a lot of them are in high school. Or like first couple years in college. They are very young. Go to Navarre Beach Lifeguards, go to their page on Facebook, and you'll see them. They have a picture of them. Yeah, that is a pier. It's called the Navarre Beach Fishing Pier, and it's like a quarter of a mile long. It's the longest pier in Florida, and it's awesome pier. You can see sea turtles off of it, and dolphins, and sharks, and stingrays, and manta rays, and manatees. Sometimes if you, sometimes if you get an engagement going, they won't restrict. I get restricted every time. It doesn't matter how many people are in my chat. Doesn't matter if I got the corner of somebody. It's all AI. people are trying to catch something, and that's why I'm not answering the chat. I want to see what they're trying to catch. Yeah, going to the beach is super nice. Why, Mike, if you're talking about why they restrict because of, I don't even want to say the word on here, because they think I'm showing somebody completely, you know. Yeah, this is Florida. You gotta be careful what you say too on live, or they'll restrict you for that too. It doesn't matter if they're in a skimpy suit or not. I got in trouble for showing someone they were in a shorts and in a, like a sports bra. And I got restricted for it. Oh, that's cool, Margot. You've got some good neighbors. I have some okay neighbors. I had one that was not okay. One was that used to live next to me. Used to look through my daughter's window, and then we had to put cameras up around our house, and then we ended up putting a fence in between our houses in the front yard so that he couldn't see her window, and then he moved. Yep, sure thing. We used to be friends until I was like, my internal intuition was telling me to kind of just scale it back. And so I was like, oh, I'll put some privacy trees in between our houses. He just got so upset about it. And I was like, why is he getting so upset? This makes no sense. And then when we caught him behind his boat looking into my kid's window, I was like, yeah, no wonder he's upset. So yeah, you gotta be careful. He put his house up for sale about 2 weeks after we put our fence up in the side yard. Isn't that funny? Tell me he was up to no good without telling me he was up to no good. I thought I just saw a dolphin, but I'm not sure. If you flew down, you could either fly into Pensacola Airport or you can fly into Destin. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Yeah, you have to be super careful. We were friends with him. He was like in his, let's see, he was in his early 60s. We were friends with him at the beginning. He offered to take our kids to school, and I said, yeah, no thank you. I don't know, I had the weird vibes, that's all. The more I got to know him, the more I got the ick feeling. Yep, that's exactly, Kelly. That's exactly what he was trying to do. He was trying to build trust. I'm so glad I didn't leave my kids home alone with him. He says, oh, well, watch your kids, no problem. I actually even messaged his wife, and I said, hey, I was like, he's making me feel really uncomfortable. He's pacing outside of our house, blah, 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 blah. I told her a whole thing, and she didn't respond. And I was like, oh, okay, so you enable him. Wonderful. So, yeah. Yeah, your intuition usually doesn't lie. Creepy neighbors, Sabrina. Yep, glad he moved it away too, that's for sure. Imagine going onto your app because your phone alerts you that someone's outside your house, and you go onto your camera, and there's a man standing there staring at your house. It was like something out of like a horror movie. And like the police wouldn't do anything because technically he was on public property, because like the street is technically public, and then he was in his yard, which is technically his yard, but our houses are so close together that you can see right into people's windows from your yard. I call them sugar houses because they're so close. It was awful. Oh, we lived next to him for about 2 years, 2.5 years. No, 3 years. No, 2.5 years, and then the real crazy stalking thing was about a year long. Until I put the side fence up, and then he couldn't see my daughter's window anymore from behind his boat in his driveway. And so he moved. Do you know this is even crazier. He actually moved his boat up further, closer to the street, because I like to garden. And so I was gardening closer to his house, and I didn't realize he had moved his boat. I mean, I saw him move his boat up, but I didn't think anything of it. He was using that area to stand in his yard to watch me garden. And then on top of it, the 2 people that lived in our house before us moved, because I couldn't figure out the history, because each person lived in our house for a year, and I'm like, that's really weird that somebody would be moving out of the house after a year. Well, now I know why. They moved away because of him. In fact, our first neighbor, the first person who lived in our house, moved 2 streets away, and then came, because they're still friends with the person who lives next to us, the other side of us, and they're like, oh yeah, we moved because he kept watching our wife garden. I was like, man, did they ever find any turtle eggs? They did, but none of them were vital. There was 117. All right, I'm gonna walk up to the water for about 10 minutes, let you guys see the water, and then I'm going to end it. Bye, Bob. Sebastian is in the sand somewhere. I saw one Sebastian. You're welcome, Mike. Hey, Mark. I'm okay. I'm not feeling really good, so wasn't feeling good yesterday either. So I'm gonna cut this live short. Thank you, Margot. Oh, here's all the lifeguards. They're all doing their training in the morning. Thank you, Mike. Thanks for the follows. We'll see if I do a sunrise tomorrow morning. I don't know if I will or not. Like I said, I'm just not feeling well. I might have to actually go to urgent care and see what's going on. Yellow purple as of right now. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. No, I haven't been getting too much sun. I'm really dizzy, and I started getting dizzy about 2 days ago. Thank you, I appreciate it. I've been drinking my electrolytes. I don't know. I have no idea what it is. But it's starting to get me nervous because I thought I would feel better today, and I'm not feeling better. It could be my blood pressure. It's not like vertigo because it's like the world is not spinning. It's just I'm just dizzy. Like when I stand up out of chairs, if I move too quick, I'm dizzy. Like it's weird. Super weird. But I at least wanted to get you guys out here at least once, because I haven't really been out all week. So no, nobody did anything, but this is Navarre Beach, Florida. I am technically, I do get hypoglycemic, but it doesn't feel like that. Like I know when my sugar is getting low. This isn't it. This is something completely different. Usually when I drink electrolytes, it like helps it, but like it's not helping it this time, so. Thank you, Grateful. Alright, you guys, I'm going to end the live. Thanks for hanging out with me today. And we'll see how I feel tomorrow morning. But they're coming from Minnesota. Dustin, cool. I have not seen jellyfish. Alright, I love you guys. Be safe, and I'll see you next time.